Okay, good to have you guys. In today's tutorial, we're going to look at the use of events to change the surface background. Okay, in our previous tutorial, we looked at events, and we said events are what the user inputs during the game. Okay, so if you haven't watched that video, I recommend you click the link that is up here. Okay, and I'll leave a link in the description for you to catch up. All right, so we spoke about keyboard events, we spoke about the mouse events, we spoke about game controllers or joystick events. Okay, so one of those events that we looked at in our previous tutorial was the key down event. Okay, so today we're going to use the key down event to change the surface background. So how do we go about it? So, we're actually back to our script, and you guys can see this is our pygame.keydown event. Okay, here. So what this is doing is actually quitting the game. All right, so what do we need to do if we are to change the background colors? Okay, over here we have our color constants. We only have 2 colors, so we need to add more colors to these color constants. So how many colors do we need? We might need at least 3-4 colors. All right, so right here we're gonna add red. Red is going to be equal to, is like I told you last time, the numbers in this tuple represent red, green, and blue. So if we need red, we need to write 255. This is the maximum of red, and 0 of green and 0 of blue will give us red. Okay, and then blue is going to be equal to RGB. Blue is going to be the last one. So 0 of green, 0 of red, 0 of green, and 255 of blue is going to give us blue. And green is going to be 0 of red, 255 of green, and 0 of blue, just like that. All right, and then I'm going to add an extra color, yellow. Yellow, you have to play around with red and green, I think. RG. Okay, so red and green, you say 255 of red, 255 of red, and then 255 of green, and then 0 of blue. I think this will make a yellow color. Okay, so we have enough of our colors to actually change the background colors. Okay, so before we get down here to write the code in our loop, we have to assign our background a color. Okay, so we create another variable called background, and then we give it a value of white, since our background right now is currently white. So in here now we no longer need to write white, we can write background. The reason why we're creating a variable is so that we can assign it different values, okay, whenever we want to. Okay, so now let's try and save this and run and check our code if it's still working. It's still working, the background is still white. Okay, now let's get down here. Okay, down here we have already checked for pygame.keydown event. Now we want to choose specific keys and then assign those keys a certain responsibility. Okay, so for red, I'm going to choose the R key on the keyboard. So if you guys remember, you will say if event.key, we are checking for the key that we're going to press is equal to pygame dot uppercase K underscore, and then for the letters we saw in our key module that you actually use for A to Z, you use their lower cases. So K underscore R simply means if I press R on the keyboard, this is what's going to happen. So if I press R, what's going to happen? We're going to change our background. Which color would we want to change it to? We're going to change it to red. Okay, so each time we're going to press R, our background is going to change to red. Okay, so now we can do this a couple of times. We can copy this, and then we want to paste this, Control V, and then one more time Control V, and then I think that's enough. 3 colors would be okay. And then here we're going to change K underscore Y, okay, for yellow, okay, and then here we can pass in yellow, and then here you can say green, G underscore G is going to be green. You can actually put more colors than I've put here. Okay, so let's now check our code. We save this, Control B, and then as you guys can see, initially our background is white, but if I press R on the keyboard it becomes red. If I press Y on the keyboard it becomes yellow. If I press G on the keyboard it becomes green. As simple as that. Okay, so I can actually do ding 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 ding. I can play around with these keys. RGY, RGY, RG, RYG, GYR, YGR, RGY, like that. I'm just pressing these keys, and as you can see, guys, there's something happening. So this is an event. Okay, so thank you for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section. I'll see you in our next video. All right, bye bye.